What's up, guys? It's your boy Ndemazeah Godlove, the multi-award-winning Forex trader and your personal guide to navigating the Forex market. On this video today, I want us to talk about the best currency pairs for beginner Forex traders. Because let's face it, not all currency pairs are friendly when you're just starting in the Forex market. Some of these currency pairs are exotic, they have very wide spread, the volume is very, very low, they are not liquid, and if you try trading with these currency pairs, it's as difficult as if you've never learned how to trade in your life. So why not just stick to currency pairs that will enable you to start making money as quick as possible in the Forex market? So from my 10 years of experience, I actually have some notes I've been taking throughout the line, and I'm going to be sharing to you guys today. I'm going to share them with you guys today in a 10-minute video. All right, so something I've learned throughout my 10 years of experience, and I've taken notes concerning currency pairs. I'm going to share with you guys today in under 10 minutes. So first thing, as a beginner, make sure you need to stick around to the end of this video because I have a surprise for you at the end of the video. As a beginner Forex trader, like I said, I have some few notes I've been keeping throughout the year, which I'm going to share with you guys. As a beginner Forex trader, you want pairs that are, all right, as a beginner Forex trader, if you are choosing any currency pair, you want pairs that are, number one, stable and less volatile. Don't worry, I'm going to give you guys the pairs, all right? I'm just giving you guys the general points you use in selecting any pair. So I'm going to be giving you guys the pair as we go along. So stable and less volatile pairs. The pair must be stable and less volatile. Highly liquid, like for example, Euro USD, very liquid. There's money in it, less spread. And again, just moving to the have lower spread. You know, spread is part of the cost of trading. If you think you're going to eliminate the cost of trading and make money in the Forex market, then you're lying. You can't eliminate the cost of trading. So have lower spread and are easier to analyze technically and fundamentally. Remember, we're talking about two things here, technically and fundamentally. Getting this right means you won't get overwhelmed or burn out before you even get started. Let's jump into the best ones. All right, let's jump into the best one on our list is Euro USD. This is the king of all Forex pairs. If you check in the Forex market, it is the most traded pair in the world, Euro USD. Super highly liquid and tight spread. There are some times if you go on your trading platform with brokers like IC Market, if you want to use my recommended brokers, you can always check the link below. There are times if you go to some of these brokers, you can see Euro USD with a spread of zero. I mean zero, spread of zero. When you click, you pay zero spread on Euro USD. That's what I'm saying. This is the most traded pair in the world. Euro USD is the most traded currency pair in the world. Has super tight spread and predictable price action. This is what is going to make you money when you are able to predict the price action. When you are able to easily use your chart patterns, your ICT whatsoever, and easily predict the price action. Less prone to sudden erratic spikes. Those of you who trade gold, have you ever noticed? Maybe you are predicting that gold is going to go down. You are praying, you've done everything, and then boom, you see that spike from nowhere, no news event, nothing. That is very, very common with exotic pairs and also pairs like gold. All right, leave gold for the bigger guys. So if you are a beginner, if you are just a beginner, focus on these pairs I'm giving you on this video. It reacts well to technical analysis and is perfect for learning how the market moves. This is where I recommend for all beginner Forex traders. And which is that pair again? This is Euro USD. The number two pair on my list, which I recommend for all beginner Forex traders, obviously Great Britain Pound USD, also known as the cable. Remember, most of these currency pairs have their nicknames, all right? This one is known as the cable and is more volatile than Euro USD, but still beginner friendly, all right? It's a little bit more volatile than Euro USD. The spread, the P value is a little bit higher because remember, you are trading Great Britain and the United States, not as opposed to Euro USD, all right? So it's a little bit more volatile, but still very beginner friendly. Offers great trading opportunity, especially during the London and the New York session. We're going to come into sessions which will also help you to be able to easily pick which currency pair to trade. If you're okay with slightly more movement, this is great second pair for you. Slightly more movement, like you want a pair that can easily move, easy money, quick money, then this pair is the pair for you. Remember, the first one on our list is one of the most traded currency pair in the world, which is Euro USD. Second one is Great Britain Pound USD. And the third one on our list is obviously USD JPY. Now, before we even go into USD JPY, remember we've already mentioned Great Britain Pound USD, Euro USD. Great Britain Pound USD and Euro USD, they are all positively correlated, meaning if one is going up, there's a likely opportunity or there's a likely possibility then the other one is going to be going up. They all positively correlated. Why? Because they all have the United States dollar as the secondary or the core currency. Does it make sense? Meaning if you are trading the two of them at the same time, it's either you're going to be easily making more money or easily losing a lot of money. If one is going up, there's a likely possibility that the other one is also going to be going up. So why not look for another currency pair that is negatively correlated with the pair you are trading with? And that pair in our case is USD JPY. Remember here you can see USD is the first currency on the first or the primary currency on that USD JPY currency pair. Meaning if you are trading USD JPY and Euro USD, those are two negatively correlated pairs. If one is going up and you're making a lot of money, the other one will still be a little bit balanced. That means you always be at the equilibrium, and then boom, you go up and you hit your target. You see, doesn't make sense what I'm trying to explain. And then if you are trading something again like USD, maybe Great Britain Pound, you have two negatively correlated pairs, and at any point, if one is losing, the other one is going to be winning. If one is winning, the other one is going to be at the equilibrium. So your equity curve will always be something like this, growing like this easily, than going down than having big spikes if you are trading positively correlated pairs. So USD JPY, now this is one of a bit different. This one is a little bit different. It tends to trend well and respects support and resistance. So my support and resistance traders, where are we? My support and resistance traders, this one is perfect for support and resistance. It's easy. If it gets to your support, you're going to buy at your support, put your stop loss below that support, target the next resistance. It gets there, you're going to sell at your resistance, put your stop loss, target the next support. It works like magic. So that's why I say it tends to trend well and respect support and resistance. It's great if you are learning technical analysis. So if you're just starting with technical analysis, spend most of your time on USD JPY because it tends to trend well and respect your technicals and respect support and resistance. Just keep an eye on economic news from Japan, because remember you are trading Great Britain Pound, USD JPY. Keep an eye on overnight. I call them overnight because most of the time in South Africa, the Tokyo session used to be over the night when I'm sleeping. So you wake up in the night, you see a major fundamental news from Japan, and most of your trades have been wiped out, or if you are in profit, you've already hit all your take profit. So always keep an eye on these fundamental news events that are coming from Japan over the night, because they're going to influence your position as a Forex trader, especially Bank of Japan announcement. Very, very important. Bank of Japan, BOJ, take note of that. So that's the third currency pair on our list, which any Forex trader should be able to trade. Those currency pairs I've recommended. Let's go to number 4. I'm going to give you guys 5 currency pairs, which as a beginner, only focus on those 5 currency pairs. Then when you start getting experience, you can go to other ones. All right. I'm someone that I'm not an advocate of you just sticking to one currency pair, because what if you open your chart that day and there's no opportunity? It means you're going to be squeezing yourself to take an opportunity where an opportunity is not there. So learn a strategy that can work across a couple of good beginner-friendly currency pairs, and you can trade them at the same time. So I hope it makes sense. Now let's go to the number 4 on our list, which is AUD USD. Obviously, Australian people, yes, I can't forget you guys. You guys have one of the best currency pairs to trade, or best currencies to trade, which is the Australian dollar. So Australian dollar, United States dollar, that's the 4th on our list. 4th beginner-friendly currency pairs to trade, and this is a calm-friendly pair. Remember, calm. You see, that's why the p-value is very, very small. You can just see a big move like this, where when you measure, it's going to be like 10 pips, particularly on the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame. You will see a big move that you think maybe that's going to be like 50 pips. When you measure, it's like 15 pips. something is going to be like 20 pips, it's going to be like 10, something you thought was going to be like 50 pips. So you also have to keep that in mind. And when you go to your risk calculator to calculate your risk, always bear in mind that the Australian dollar, United States dollar is having a small pip value. So obviously you'll be using a bigger lot size as opposed to something like gold. If I'm trading gold on, yes, I'm not going to recommend gold for you guys for being, we're going to come to that. But if I'm trading gold on the 1 hour time frame, and I'm entering on a support and I'm targeting a resistance, and I want to risk 1% of my account, on a 100K profit account, I can use a lot size like 2. All right, I can use a lot size like 2, and if my stop loss is 50 pips away, I can use a stop loss like 2 so that I can only risk 1% of my account. But if I'm trading on the same time frame with AUD USD and my stop loss is 20 pips, I'll be using a lot size of about 6 or 7. Or even sometimes 10 lot size, and I'll still be risking 1%. So that's the risk management which you need to master when it comes to these different currency pairs. Different currency pairs have different currency parities. There's something we call currency parities, and those currency parities will help you to be able to calculate the lot size. So this is a CAM-friendly pair. It moves slower than Great Britain Pound USD, I just explained. Heavily influenced by commodities and Chinese economic data. Gold will easily influence this one. If the gold price is going up, this one, they are mostly traded together. They're mostly positive correlated. Great for swing traders and practicing patience. All right. Great for swing traders and for practicing patience. So if you are someone who is a swing trader, who is a swing trader? A swing trader is someone whom his or her trade is open and closed after 24 hours. So if you open your trade and it's closed within 24 hours, you are a day trader. All right, that's why it's called a day trader. But if your trade is closed after 24 hours, then you become a swing trader. You can even be a swing trader on a 1 hour time frame. Means if your trade go more than 24 hours, you're already a swing trader. You can also be a swing trader on the 4 hour time frame, on a daily time frame. So if you want, and that one gives you a peace of mind, a lot of peace of mind. If you're starting, I'll always advise practice swing trading strategies. And then when you master these swing trading strategies and you gain some experience before you can start doing scalping. I don't advise scalping when you are just starting. So great for swing traders and for practicing patience. So that's AUD USD. Let's go to the last recommended currency pair for beginners on my list, which is obviously USD CHF, Swiss franc. I was in Zurich, Switzerland, I think last year, and Zurich or Switzerland is having one of the most heavy and valuable currencies in the world. All right, I think we were planning to spend almost about a month in Switzerland, but we left after 2 weeks just because the currency was so valuable. That means the currency was so heavy. So when we exchange out maybe South African rand to Switzerland francs, it was just something very small. And trust me, I was traveling with the family, and in each country we go, that trip alone, we went to almost about 20-something countries in Europe, and each country were spending at least $10,000. So you can imagine, but Switzerland, that wasn't still even enough. So we had to leave. So there's no way I'm going to put on this list without putting Swiss franc, because in Switzerland, I traded a lot of the Swiss francs. I was just trading the CHF. I traded a lot because it just makes sense. I was right there. I could master the fundamentals that push the currency. I could master the fundamentals that would cause me to trade it overnight or hold it overnight. So that made me to fall. So that made me to fall in love with this particular currency. And I'm just going to recommend a pair, which is USD JPY. So it often moves in opposite direction to the Euro USD. All right, remember, I'm always looking for something that will give you a negative correlation so that you don't just blow your account at once. All right, so that's what I'm saying. It moves in the opposite direction with Euro USD. Why? Because remember, USD CHF is having USD as the base currency, while Euro USD is having USD on that pair as the secondary or the quote currency. So obviously they are negatively correlated. So it's great to learn how correlation works. You see, I even mentioned correlation. I've already explained correlation to the most without even seeing what I wrote here some years back. So Switzerland is economically stable, so this pair doesn't do crazy moves often. Remember, that's the same thing I just explained to you guys. Even when I was in Zurich, the economy is very stable. They are very rich. It's a very wealthy economy and you don't expect sudden economic changes, or that can affect your trading. Another good one for beginners who want smooth price action. All right, so I've given you guys 5. The first one is Euro USD, Great Britain Pound USD, AUD USD, USD JPY, and USD CHF. And I've given you guys the reasons why I would choose these pairs. Now let's talk about what you should avoid. All right, as tempting as they are, stay away from this as a beginner. So as tempting as it might be, I want you guys to stay away from this set of currencies or from these currency pairs as a beginner. Remember, I say as tempting as it may be, because you see most of your folks or most of your colleagues, they'll be trading these pairs. So no, this is the best currency pair in the world, bro. This is the one, blah, blah, blah. Bro. As tempting as it is, stay away from this currency pair. Number one, exotic pairs. Even though I'm in South Africa, but I'm going to tell you, stay away from the South African rand if you are trading the Forex market. Stay away from USD ZAR, it's USD South African rand. Stay away from it because it's very, very exotic. Stay away from USD Turkish lira or whatsoever they call it. Just stay away from major currency pair. Huge spread, they have huge spreads and unpredictable moves. You all make money in the Forex market if your moves are predictable. If your moves are not predictable, you're not going to be able to make any money. Gold, Master Gold XAU USD. This is one of my most traded pairs in the Forex market, but I'm not a beginner. I've been trading Forex for 10 years. So you see this. So that's what I'm saying. As a beginner, stay away from gold until you start gaining some experience. I know it's shiny and portable, all right? I know it's shiny and portable, but it's very volatile and will wipe you out if you are not ready. It is very, very volatile and will send you to your early financial grave if you are not ready. So stay away from gold as a beginner when you start getting some experience before you can start trading gold. Cryptos, those of you guys who trade BTC USD, BSE USD, bro, save this for later when your risk management is tight. Save this for later. Don't go into cryptos. Don't trade crypto in Forex. That's why I invented a term about 3 years ago. I invented a term which was TFIC, TFIC. Trade in Forex and invest in crypto. Don't be busy trying to trade in crypto. Actively trade in Forex and just take your money and invest in crypto. And in crypto, it's just about 1% of all cryptos out there that are worth investing in. The rest, 99%, are all shit. They all shit. If you put your money in it, you're going to lose it. So choose stable cryptos, make money from the Forex market, just buy and hold. Cryptos like Bitcoin, cryptos like Binance Smart Chain or Binance Coin, cryptos like Ethereum. You just make money from these cryptos. From Forex, you buy these cryptos, you keep for whatsoever wants to happen. So trade in Forex and invest in crypto. So there's no way we're going to round up without me giving you guys my bonus tips for beginner traders. Here's a few quick tips to help you even more. Trade during the London or New York session. More liquid equal to better trade, lower spread. All right. Must trade during. As a beginner, bro, write it down. As a beginner, these are the best time you should. Beside this period, you shouldn't be looking for trade. You shouldn't be trading. As a beginner, trade early. I should add early. I should be able to edit my note and add early. Trade early during the London and New York session. This is because we have more liquidity, which is equal to better trade and lesser spread or fewer spread, or the spreads are small. Have you ever tried to trade during the Asian session or during the Australian session? Just check the spread. You're going to see you're going to understand why I'm saying you should stay away from this session. The spreads are crazily high. You can place a trade and automatically your account is already blown, because there are some currency pairs you pay a spread of 10 during these exotic sessions. I call them exotic sessions. So as a beginner, stick to the London and the New York session. That's enough time for you guys to trade. Let's take, for example, in South Africa, the London session opens at around 9 a.m. It goes right up to 2 p.m. and the New York session opens at around 2:30 or 3 p.m. right up to 11 p.m. So if I'm saying you should trade early during the London and the New York session, it means you'll be trading from around 9 a.m. right up to 11 p.m. That's enough for you to make enough money and go to sleep, bro. You shouldn't be trying to look for more setups during the Asian session at 2 a.m. you're still, bro, go to sleep. Go and take a rest. When you're an advanced trader, maybe if you're up at 2 a.m., you might be testing your bot, you might be doing your algorithm, you might be back testing, you might be doing other things. But take some rest, only trade during the London and the New York session. Stick to 1 to 3. Stick to 1 to 3 pairs at first. So as you're just starting, our advice, stick to 1 to 3 pairs at first. Don't try to trade everything. All right, don't try to trade everything. And if you are sticking to 1 to 3, or let's just say 1 to 4, make sure you have negatively correlated pair like USD, CHF, Euro USD, Great Britain Pound USD, USD JPY. Does it make sense? So stick to 1 to 4 pairs at most when you are just starting. Don't try to trade everything. Use a demo account until you are confident. All right. So a demo account in Forex trading is the same as when you're talking to adults in the sexual way, you say use protection. It's the same thing, all right? So a demo account is just the same thing. You don't expose yourself to the Forex market when you are not yet ready. So always use a demo account until you are confident, all right? And then watch how pairs react to news events. That's real market education. So now this one I can teach you here. When there are particular news events, take your time to actually watch to see how these pairs are going to actually react to news events. If you've gotten some value from this video, as always, make sure you leave a thumb up on the video, smash the subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to learn Forex A to Z, beginner to pro, make sure you join Godlove University, where I'll be able to mentor you one-on-one, we'll be able to trade, and I'll be able to give you all the strategies that I'm using to make money from the Forex market. If you want to use Patrex Pro, which has won 3 years in a row as the best profitable Forex robot, check the link on the video description and get funded. Get funded with big capital. Once you already know how to trade, you need big capital to be able to make any reasonable amount of money. So check the link on the video description to get funded with Lionheart funding program so that you can be able to trade up to $600,000 and keep up to 90% of your profit, and payouts are processed within 24 hours. Check the links that are going to be coming at the end of the screen, because I prepared those videos so that you can use it as a follow-up, and I'll see you guys on these other videos. Peace.